died, and I'm singing, Amen, Amen, I'm alive.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 1 Hour with UCIEL. You know, um, I want to start by thanking those that donated for uh, yesterday's outreach. We fed 42 people, so I want to thank a volunteer Sierra for showing up and helping us. Thank you so much. I want to thank Monica for cooking. I want to thank all those that donated clothes and essentials. I want to thank my sister-in-law Nikki for just staying faithful and believing and planting a seed, of belief and it doesn't matter. It does not matter about are you from the religion or you is that she believes in what we're doing and she supports us. So I want to thank her for that. I want to thank Angelica for donating clothes. I want to thank Miss Linda for donating also essentials. Just like Nikki, they donated stuff. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do all this because this is teamwork. Teamwork, I donate five of these, and people start sending all kinds of good stuff. It adds up. So thank you guys. Thank you again. It was successful. We fed 42 people, and I'm blessed because of that. That's a blessing. It's a blessing. Um, so thank you. Keep supporting us. Yeah, I mean, $100 go a long way. Go a long way. We know how to make it work. We know how to make it work to feed 45 people. Our target is always to cook 45 meals. Sometimes we do a little bit more. Sometimes, but it's always 45. Always, because we always either we end up feeding the 45 at the park, or sometimes we like this time we fed like I want to say 30, and then the rest were for Home Depot. We went out there, and I want to talk about that later on. So thank you for all those people that support us and that believe in us and that see what we're doing. And then sometimes we spend money on stupid things and things that make no sense. So when you turn it around and make it into a blessing, that goes a long way. And God sees your heart. God sees what we do. God sees what you do if it's coming from your heart. So thank you again. Thank you. But yeah, I want to. I also want to start with I want to start with I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I really don't know what is going on, but I know that Mexico is going to some stuff. This weekend started this weekend. I know that one of the main heads of cartel or something to that sort. I'm not, it just happened. So I haven't really digged into, but all I know is that he got killed. However, he was captured. However, but uh, the fact that he was killed. So now, the people that, I guess work with him or his people, they're retaliating against Mexico, and so they're going out there and they're people that are innocent are getting hurt. Um, and this is my thing, um, people that are innocent are getting hurt. So my thing is, where's the president when he says that he could control everything? Why you're not controlling them? Why you're not doing your thing that you claim that you could do? Why are you just choosing pick battles who you're gonna fight against? Are you just gonna pick battles to fight with the weak instead of fighting with someone that's gonna fight back? Because a lot of people are getting hurt and are getting killed right now in Mexico because of that. They're asking people to stay home because they're just killing people. Like they're stopping random people just because they're so mad. They're so mad that their main head got killed. That they're retaliating against the innocent people. So So that's what's going on in Mexico right now. I will have better information. Hopefully, I'll have better information. Hopefully, next week I have more information on it. I don't want to talk too much about it because I really don't know what's going on. I was told that last night in the little research that I did, that happened. But yeah, yeah. So it's a lot of things going on, you know. So my prayers go out to those people, the innocent, and when you are praying, please keep them in mind. Keep Mexico in your heart, in your prayers. That God protect the innocent. He knows a need. So just let's keep praying for them, and you know that it doesn't turn into something bigger than what it is. I know things are gonna supposed to happen. I know the Bible says things are gonna be happening, and things are already happening. If you have not noticed, that's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about a lot of little stuff that we ignore, or that we are okaying, and we're forgetting about God. We're forgetting about God. We're forgetting about Him. We are accepting stupid things just because we want to fit in, just because we're entitled, just because we have a right to. But is it righteous? Is it the right thing to do? No, it's not righteous. No, it's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to believe in. And I believe anyone could believe whatever they want, but there's some nonsense that we should not be believing. There's some nonsense that there's like, what? The type of thing, what? You know, so let's start with um the thing that's going around with our kids, the things that are going on with our kids. They have a new thing that they're called the Terrians. And if you're not familiar with that, this is about children or young people that consider themselves, that they believe that they're an animal, that they believe that they're dogs, cats, foxes, wolves, you name it. It's just going. It's insane. It's insane because they have a right to believe and feel that there's something. Um, and when you okay that, when the society, and 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 I'm gonna say society, but I want to get to the parents. When the society says it's okay, he could believe that he's a cat or a dog. That's a right. You know, he has a right to believe that about himself. You know, you're already taking the right. You're already taking the purpose of God already. You're already taking. God created us, men and women, for a reason. God created us. We all have a purpose. All have a reason. We all have something, you know, that we're supposed to be doing in this world. You know, either talking about Him, do working for Him. You know, we all have a reason. Okay, um, but when you okay believing that you're a dog, you're a cat, where does God stand? Where's God stand? If God created that young man or that young woman a dog or a cat, okay, then that's different. But He created them human. My question is this: you know, everybody thinks this. You know, people laugh about them, or some of them, oh, you know, let them be whatever they want to be. N- n- Let's be realistic, and I'm gonna speak in it. And I know that some people might get offended, but that's all right. That's your choice and your opinion. You're entitled to it, and so am I. But I'm gonna say what a lot of you guys don't want to say, and I want and I'm gonna say it the correct way. What do you mean it's okay if she wants to be a dog or a cat? What do you mean by that? It's okay. She could be a dog and cat. So let's get technical. So if you really believe that you're a dog or a cat, why are you driving a car? Why are you driving a car? Cats and dogs don't drive. If you're gonna be something all the way, not just conveniently or whatever. Whenever I feel it. So whenever you feel like it, you're gonna be a cat, and whenever you feel like you're gonna be a dog, um, but you're not gonna live like that. You're just gonna be like this. That's just a clown. That's just a clown. That's just a circus. That's a circus. That's a circus. Because if you're gonna be a dog, you better live like a dog all the time, not just yeah, not just oh today I feel like being a dog today. I'm just gonna crawl over the streets and stuff like that. No, homie, live like a dog. Go outside, pee outside, do the things that you're supposed to be doing outside like a dog. You know, sleep on a doggy bed, eat dog food. I'm sorry, you get offended or get offended. That's all right. But if you want to be that, be that. No, I'm gonna eat human food. I'm gonna drive, but the rest of the day, I'm a believe I'm a dog. I'm gonna act like a dog. We had a clown that, um, I seen this in the video. That we had a clown that he claimed that he was a bird. That he was, so he got on top of a tree and he said, "I'm a bird. I have a right to be here." His crazy ass, got stuck up there. The fireman had to come and get him. The fireman had to come and help him. Uh, aren't you a bird? Aren't you? Didn't you go up there? The same way, the same way you went up there. Come back down. Come back down. Because you're a human. Just in case you didn't realize that. You're a human. We're not designed to do all that stuff. You're not a little innocent little bird. You're a person. You're human. You know. Uh, there was another girl that she said she was a dog. They show a video. She's a dog. And there's people that don't like animals. There's people that don't like animals. And apparently she barked at that guy or something, and that guy threw a rock at her. She back off, dog. She said, and people were offended. Oh my God, you're hurting her. Well, she's acting like a dog. Handle it like a dog. Our animals get abused all the time. Ain't nobody jumping for them. Animals get abused all the time. Ain't nobody jumping. But because she's a girl, we're gonna act different. We're gonna act like we care. We're gonna act like, oh, pobrecita. Oh, poor baby. How dare you? She's a human, but she has a right to believe she's a dog. I identify myself as a dog. I tell you what my parents would have told me if I told them I identify myself as some kind of sort of stuff. My parents would have been like, "You're gonna identify yourself as without teeth, no toothless. So identify yourself as toothless when I'm done with you." And yeah, you might say, "Well, that's violence and that's abuse." No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's correction. That's not allowing. That's not allowing me to act stupid. That's not allowing me to be crazy, to think crazy. My parents would have never supported that crap. I would never support that crap because it's crazy. You parents that are supporting that, that's crazy. Notice that your kid has something mental going on with them. What is going on with them so bad that they want to be an animal? Is that normal to you? How is that normal? My son has a right to be a dog. Are you freaking kidding me? Does he have a right to be a dog? Does he? He has a right uh to be what he wants to be when he grows up. He has a right to vote for whoever he wants to vote for, even if we don't like it. That's all his rights. But how dare you say he has a right to be a dog when God designed him to be a human? You're taking you're trying to say that God made a mistake when you parents are okaying your kids to be an animal. You are saying exactly, and I don't care what you tell me. You are saying that God has made a mistake. That
You
God,
gotta be kidding
yes,
me.
you are saying, God made a mistake, and my kid should have been a dog. So you birth a dog? Did you birth a dog? I want to know that. Did you birth a dog? No, you. When you birthed that baby, it was a baby. It was a human. You loved it. It was a boy or girl. When you birthed that baby, it's a boy. It's a girl. It didn't say it's a cat. It's a dog. It's a wolf. It's a bird. No, I'm sure the doctor did not say that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe in. I know for a fact, I don't care what religion you're from. I'm sure the doctor said that's a dog, that's an animal, that's a child. God created them a child. But my thing is my worry, because I've been stressed about this. I've been worried about this because this is not normal. And it's more not normal that the parents are okaying this. And it's more worrying that the world is okaying this. Like that, now let's get litter boxes for them. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? And I'm gonna give you advice, ladies, to those people that work at schools and that have work and then they are blessed to have a job. When they start making you clean up those litter boxes that these children are pooping and peeing on them. If you're blessed to have a job that working at school, working at somewhere where you have to clean up, get another job. Go clean somewhere else. Don't humiliate yourself by cleaning after these lazy asses.
Shots fired! Shots
Get another
fired!
job. God was good. God is good. His God's gonna protect you. His God's gonna bless you. His God's gonna open doors for you. You have to not accept that and be okay with it. Oh, you have to go clean up after those kids. No, you don't. You don't have to go clean up. Let the mama clean up after them. I tell you that. I'm in the cleaning business. And I will never, and mark my words, never, ever will make my girls clean up after that crap. Uh uh you know, Sometimes as a favor to my client, I probably will clean a litter box. I really don't haven't, but I have cleaned poop before because I love animals. I love dogs. Everybody knows that. I'm not just saying it out of my butt just because I want to be cute. No, I really love them. So um, sometimes I do pick up their poop. Sometimes I do help them. It's not my job, but I choose to. They're animals, but I refuse to clean up a litter box that is done by a human. That is insane.
What?
That is insane. But I have faith in my Lord that my God's not going to put me through that. That my Lord loves me enough not to put me through that. But I will tell you that I'm not going to fall into those games. If I get told you need to clean up after my daughter's or son's litter box, I will straight out tell them, no, you clean it up. You do it. You okay your kid to act crazy? That's you. You know, but that's insane that you guys are okay and that you guys make it a normal. It's insane. What's going on through these kids' lives that they want to identify themselves as an animal? What happened in their lives that they're okay? What mental condition are they going through? What's going on, parents? Why are you okaying this? I mean, let's start with the issue. Start with you. Why are you okaying this? One thing that they want to dress up at a party, Halloween party, or sometimes little kids play. I remember my kids used to play stuff like that, like, oh, I'm a bark, I'm a doggy. But they didn't live like that. They didn't say, oh, I'm a dog. I identify as a dog. That's insane. So not only are we okaying all these just gender names, all this identifies as he, them. I identify myself as themselves. I identify as he, she. We're okay in all this crazy nonsense, but now we're gonna okay. I identify myself as a dog. We're gonna be okay in that. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? With you? We have letting gone this far because we have not stood up. See, I have no kids that go to school. Thank God my kids are not embarrassing me like that because I'll be like, oh, yeah, you're a dog? Okay. 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 Thank God I don't have children in school like that. That will drive me insane. I don't want my kid to go to school where they're allowing kids to crawl on their knees to their classroom. What is wrong with you, parents? What's wrong with you? Love your child enough to get them help. Love your child enough to spend time with them and what's going on? See, what happened is you give them too much freedom. They're bored. They're giving too much freedom. They don't even know what the hell to do with their time. They don't even know what the hell to do with their mind. So they feel they could do anything they want. They feel I could be a dog if I want to. And then they start planting that seed in their head. And then they start thinking like a dog. I mean, what's going on, parents? Why we're not stopping this? Why we are allowing this to get this far? Why are we allowing this to get this far? It's not cute. It ain't normal. I saw here in Vegas, I saw I want to think about the street that I was on. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw on Buffalo Street, I saw a grown man. He was dressed okay. A grown man, okay? We must have been in his 50s with a foxtail stuck up his butt. What on earth? I'm driving and he's walking. I'm like, am I seeing this correct? Because he identified himself as a fox.
You gotta be kidding me.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what, if I own a store, I'll be like, there's no foxes allowed in my store. There's no cats and dogs allowed in my store. This is the way they always kick poor animals out of the store. They always kick the animals out of the store. You have to be a service animal for you to go enter a store. I mean, what's gonna happen next? Are we gonna have service animal kids or what's gonna happen? I don't understand where we're going with this. Where are we going? And this is our fault. This is a no, no, I'm not. No, let me rephrase. That's not my fault because I didn't vote for this, and I'm not okaying this. So this is your fault. The parents that are okaying with this, the parents that they're voting, the parents that are allowing this to happen in their home, because you might say, oh, times have changed. Yes, have times have changed, but beliefs, manners shouldn't change. No, manners shouldn't change. No, no, uh. You could be cool with your kid. They're grown. Yes, it's time for them to start dating. Absolutely, you dated, I dated. Absolutely, but always with speak clearly to them, speak reality to them, speak honesty to them. Don't sugarcoat stuff. The world is crazy out there. But the minute your kids start telling you, I identify myself as a cat, that's the minute that you had to jump and say, no, oh no, oh no. Get them close to God, people. Get your children close to God. This nonsense of I'm identified as a dog or cat. Is a is a product of being away from God, not having God in you. That is that. Because God designed us to be human. God designed us to be a man or a woman. He did not design us to be dogs. What is going on in that home for that kid to be that mentally ill? What is going on? And sometimes um, we love so much. We love our children so much that we get blinded. Like if we get blinded, we don't see no wrong what they're doing. We see no wrong. Okay, I could see that and I could understand that because I'm sure I went through that too. However, I don't care how much you love them. You're not supposed to be okay that they believe they're dogs or cats. I don't care how much you love them. No, you're not. What? No, I didn't give birth to a dog. I didn't give birth to a cat. What's wrong with you? It's a time to be alarmed and to be worried about your child and give them to God or get them help. Not go along with it. Oh, he has a right to. No, he doesn't, ma'am. No, he does not. He doesn't have a right to be a dog. No, because God didn't create that. God didn't create him a dog. He created him a human. So no, he has no right. No. Nope. Not about that. Not about that. Crawling on the hall to go to school. Man, these crazy kids are gonna have back problems when they're at our age. When they're in their 40s, 50s, they're gonna be like, oh my God, my back problems. Remember when you were a dog? Remember when you were crawling in school? You were a cat. Remember when you were walking around crawling? That is the product of that. That's why you have a back problem now. You know, a stomach disease. I have, I'm dying because this is that and that. Why? Remember when you were eating cat or dog food because you thought you were a dog or a cat? Everything has a consequences, people. Everything has consequences. Everything that is wrong that doesn't go has consequences. Everything. Everything. Just the same way a lot of people that smoke weed, that they smoke weed, they say, "Oh, it's natural. It's natural." Then why is your kid coming out with autism? Why is your kid coming out special needs? And yes, I could talk about it because I have a niece that is special needs because their parents didn't take care of themselves. And because I'm around a lot of kids that have some kind of issue and their parents are still smoking weed. And they say they know it. They're like, "Oh, something's wrong with my child. That I think he's autistic, but you're still smoking. You still there, and you might get offended. You might get offended, but that's your problem, not mine, because I'm not the one smoking it. You are. So it is your problem, not mine. I love my kids too much. I love my kids too much for me to do bad things to my body and have the consequences of them. I love them too much. Don't give me that crap that you love them so much. I love my child so much, but let me feed them poison. I love my child so much, but let me feed them poison. Love it, love your child a lot so you can control yourself. Love your child a lot. Love your child with your heart so you could do good for them. But see, mothers now don't have the same love that a lot of mothers back then. I'm not talking about every mother, no, because there are amazing mothers out there. But the mothers of back then, they didn't show us love by telling us. See, they didn't. My mom never hardly told us she loved us. My mom didn't, but my mom did things to show me she loved me. My mom didn't abuse us substance. She didn't even drink or nothing. My mom didn't even want to get remarried. Now that I'm saying that's the way to do. My mom didn't even want to remarry, and we told her why. She said I was scared that some man came in and harm you guys, and that I will get blinded by love and okay that like just like a lot of mothers have. So my mom sacrificed a lot because she loved us. She didn't tell us, but if you ask me, that's a lot of freaking love right there to stop your life for your children. What happened to that love? Why can't we combine love and happiness? So when you're okay that your kids crawl and act like dogs and start barking, you know, there's a problem. There's a problem, you know. So um so if your child consider themselves a cat or a dog and they get into a fight, is that called animal abuse or what the heck is gonna be called? Or is it gonna be children abuse? I mean, I'm confused myself. I'm like, okay, because let's be realistic, people. If we're gonna write it, let's write it all the way. Not just conditional, not just um I'm gonna choose some good parts about it and some bad parts about it. I'm gonna choose to be a dog and I'm gonna crawl. I'm gonna identify myself with the dog and everything. But when I'm at home, I'm gonna eat human food and I'm gonna drive a car. And no, no, because I don't see my dogs driving anything. They're dogs. They're loved, but they're dogs. They're still animals. Very loved animals at that. I did. I understand. If you're a parent and you disagree, call me. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear your reason why it's okay. Why is it okay to accept that crap? Why is it okay? Why is it okay? I want to hear because you're entitled to your opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I want to know because there's nothing in the world you could tell me that be like, okay, okay, I see your point. No, not when it comes to identifying as a dog or a cat. No, no. Mm-mm. When we go out to doctors and we start filling applications for certain stuff, and they always ask, "Why do you identify yourself? He, she, themselves, gay, this, blah 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 blah." I don't, I, I'm like, no. I cross everything out because there's no such a thing. Stop normalizing all that stuff. She is a she. There's no them themselves. And how many were they? They were just one, but they identify themselves as 10. That's insane. That's just boredom. That's just boredom. They're just and sometimes I think they're just being rebel. They're just being a rebel, going against odds, and because I can't do this, I'm gonna do it. But if you really talk to them, they have no reason to do it. They just want to do it to do it, just because they can, just because they can. So let me tell you. Okay, so if your kid acts like an animal, and oh, he identifies as an animal, you know, and they go biting people, you know, are we supposed to like put them down because they bit us? I don't know. I'm just asking. Oh, how dare you say that? They're kids. How are we gonna put them down? Well, he bites me.
Wow.
Does he have his rabies shots? Because I'm gonna be asking for that. I'm gonna be asking for that. You know, there's people that don't like animals. What's gonna happen to that? That's just crazy. It's crazy to me. So when I see your kid, am I supposed to pet him or greet him? I'm confused. I 'Cause I already told my friends I have teenager kids. I already told them, and they were laughing. They were laughing their butt off. I said, "Do not invite me to your house if you're okay with this crap of he identify as, you know, a dog or cat." And one of my friends said, "If my son comes to me and tells me he identifies as a cat, or I hate cats, get out of my house." She's like that. She's straight out like that. She goes, "None of that clown stuff in my house," because she don't like cats. And like I said, I could be your friend, and you don't have to like animals. Just don't abuse animals. Don't ever abuse animals. That's all. But she told me I don't like cats. You know that. She told me I don't like cats. So if my kid comes saying that he's a cat, well, he's gonna be one lonely cat outside. He's not gonna be in my house. That's crazy. That's crazy. I told him, do not invite me to your house because I have an opinion and I will speak it. And everyone that I spoke to said, "Oh no, that's not gonna be happening in my house." And if my kid identifies an animal, he better identify at school, but not here. Not in my house, not in my presence. Can you imagine going to your grandpa's house with us as parents going to like visit my mom or visit, you know what I mean, to visit someone, and here you come with your son and he's crawling, and I could see just old school grandma and grandpa. What the heck is going on? you know? Oh, mom, dad, relax. My son identifies as a cat or dog or fox or wolf. I would love to see your reaction as a senior. You'll be like, what on earth? That's just the enemy. That's just the enemy doing that. Doing that. That's just the enemy. And let me tell you something. I heard something like this yesterday, that people, love to listen what the enemy has to do, all the bad things. They believe that he knows better, but let's never forget the enemy got kicked out of heaven. He got kicked out of heaven. Okay, he was already in it. He got kicked out. We're fighting to go in it. We're fighting. We are doing what we're supposed to because we want to live eternal. We want to be with God. We want to have a life, a beautiful life with no pain, with no hunger. He already had that. He lived that life, and he got kicked out of paradise. So you're gonna listen to something that already got kicked out? I don't understand that. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. But that does worry me about the kids. I wonder what God is doing. I wonder what God is saying, and how as He's watching all of us act like that. I wonder what He's saying. If He's saying, "What happened, my child, for you to act like this?"
You gotta be kidding me.
That's why it's important. He says, "Let the children come to me," because He knew this was going to happen. He knew this was going to happen. And when we don't let our children go to him, this is the type of decisions that they start making them. You don't see kids that go to church saying they're cats, they're dogs. You don't see that. Like, no matter how you see it, it's ridiculous. I am never gonna accept it. And I really don't care if I really don't care if you get mad or not, but I'm not gonna accept that. That's just insane. That'd be like I'm crazy too. I'm already having a hard time with all those pronouns, let alone not dog, cat. And then when you talk to older people, they're like, "What?" They say that. What? hmm Get checked. There's no one better than God to get you out of what you're going through. But if you feel that you need help, uh, go see a psychiatrist. Go see someone. Go see something. Go talk to God. I would suggest start talking to him first. What's going on with me, Father? What's going on in my body that I'm thinking these crazy thoughts? Because these are crazy thoughts, Lord. You didn't design me to be an animal. You designed me to be a human, Father. And you have a purpose for me. And maybe the enemy's trying to keep you away from your purpose. That's why he's detouring you to difference. I love animals. As anyone knows, I love animals. I love them. I don't want to be one. I'm grateful to the Lord that I'm a human. I don't want to be a dog. I don't know. That's just insane. So how is it okay, parents? Love your kid enough to tell them you're doing wrong. Love your kid enough to save them. Save them. Save them. Save your child. Go talk to a pastor. Don't go talk to school and counselors. No, no. I used to think that. I used to think that because when I used to go to high school, counselors were good. They were there to counsel. Counselors were there to help us, to redirect us. When we had even problems at home, when we had problems at school, we were not getting along with a teacher, when we were ditching, when we were failing, they were there to help us. Now they're not supposed to tell us anything because we get offended. You're not, so they're not there to guide us anymore. If anything, they're there to accept whatever we tell them. Counselor, guess what? I feel I'm a dog. All right, Spike. That's what the counselor's gonna say. It ain't gonna counsel you. They're not allowed to speak. They're not allowed to help you. They're not allowed. If someone comes to beat you up, they're not allowed even to defend you. No, seek God, guys. Seek God. Because sometimes not even your parent could save you. Because if your parent is one of those parents that is going along with it, well, my child identifies as a dog, then you need bigger help. And that's why there's churches, there's pastors out there. You need help. You need help. We're going to take a small break and we'll be right back. Thank you.
From underneath the trees, we watch the sky, confusing stars, the satellites. I never dreamed that you'd be mine, but here we are, we're here tonight, singing, hey, man, I'm alive, singing, hey, man, I'm alive. Nobody died, and I'm singing. Hey,
This is your boy Bliss. And when you're in the mix with me, we vibe, we rockin', we rollin', and we ride. So get ready, and we about to go on a trip. Let's do it.
Woo, come on. You're in the mix. You're in the mix. You're in the mix with your boy Blue. You're in the mix. You're in the mix. You're in the mix with. You're in the mix. You're in the mix. You're in the mix with your boy Blue. You're in the mix. You're in the mix. Your boy Blue.
Yo, what's cracking? This is your boy Chili Baby from the legendary Gospel Gangsters, and you rocking with me on UMO 21.8 amplitude. Let's get it, Vegas, baby.
Photos, why you sliding in your low lows? 187 on my flesh, yeah, it's dead, homie. You reppin' for the kingdom, yeah, go ahead, homie. Good boy, bad boy, good. Confess Jesus Christ in your life, and I'm talking to all hoods. I can't give no explanation on my behavior, except Yahweh first, and I bang my savior. They got us in the cage like Nicholas. That's why I ball, I no regrets, man, ridiculous. When me and Sue hit the scene, no green screen, that's real talk. Living life for Christ, homie, that's a real walk. Praising when I'm posted on the block, see walk in the alleyways, watch for cops on the Cali day. Put down the beast, loco killing. Gospel gangsta got the music, make the homies feel it was good. Campaign in every hood in the field. I don't need a blicky, cause God is my shield. I don't need to get high, man, from popping pills. Remember when you escape death, God's real. As soon as I speak his name, the devil gaffled. He say what Chili go here, I leave him baffled. Get ready for the takeover, yeah, the wait's over. Lou Lang on the beach streets, it ain't over. We about to blow like titanium, get it? I never leave Jesus Christ putting in your cranium, Lord.
The Holy Spirit make your body rock. Gospel gangsters make your body rock. Suit the chemists make your body rock. Body rock, body rock. Blue Lane on the beat and make your body rock. Change at the time to make your body rock. Body rock. Holy Spirit and make your body rock.
I'm a lyricist expressing myself the best I can. This ain't just soup and chill up on a jam, but more like memories that's being made with fam. We've been killing tracks way before the gram. You can search Wikipedia if the need be. I'm the B-boy, he's the gangsta MC. When we come together, it's hypnotic hoodology. Out here navigating through Christian theology. Some get mad, all for no apologies. Just lines with angles and points, that's geometry. You cats is William O'Neal to me, claiming you down with a sound that's creating mystery. So I stay clear like Crystal B and continue to light the mic up like a Christmas tree. So how's that for some philosophy on this spiritual odyssey I'm creating constantly, offering you joy and mental agility. So if you're in the growth, then you should be feeling me. If not, then I know the way that I create is annoying like a knife when it's scraping a plate. Suit the chemist on the front line with Camp 8. If you in the soul music, grab you a plate. If you're thankful when the spirit relates, to turn it up and celebrate. Yeah, baby.
The Holy Spirit make your body rock. Gospel gangsters make your body rock. Suit the chemists make your body rock. Body rock, body rock. Blue Lane on the beat and make your body rock. Right to the top and make your body rock. Body rock. Holy Spirit and make your body rock.
Y'all think I'm crazy, y'all tryna play me, save me. Sure it's the rag blue paisley. Days we had to take trips too easy. Back when I had the twin baby through the 80s. Gone off phase, probably think I'm angry. Told her I'm a rocket, pray for me days. It's all about survival, so now I got my Bible on the dresser right next to where the KB. Now pray for me.
The Holy Spirit make your body rock. Gospel gangsters make your body rock. Suit the chemists make your body rock. Body rock, body rock. Blue Lane on the beat and make your body rock. Right to the top and make your body rock. Body rock. And make your body rock. The Holy Spirit make your body rock. Gospel gangsters make your body rock. Suit the chemists make your body rock. Blue Lane on the beat and make your body rock. Right to the top and make your body rock. Body rock. Holy Spirit and make your body rock. You in the mix with your boy Blue.
Showtime. Clock is ticking, minutes going past, traveling into time like sand in hourglass. Minutes turn to hours in the days. I had to pay my dues coming from around the way. Days turn into months into some years. The time has finally come. Yes, the time is here. The time has come. Time has come. Time has come. Can you believe it? The time is here. I have arrived. Thanks be to God. Coming out the 401 to 5 from around the way out of seclusion with these flows. I'm no delusion, but it's me with a deliver show. To your surprise, I'm now saved. What's in the gospel? Now, if you didn't know, we shot, got these devils houses. This goes out to the ones I left out in the life. I'm smoking weed, chasing girls, and slanging rocks at night. Putting it down like a man possessed, I've been unleashed. Call me a beast, sweeping havoc when I hit the streets. That's on the devil and all the hell who try to stop me. Cause if they could, they would grab a gun and try to pop me. I've been prepared for this war since I can remember. We all are sinners, and sinners need to be delivered. You see the twinkle in my eye from anticipation. The wait is over, nothing God forgiving me the patience. The clock is ticking, minutes going past, traveling through time like sand in hourglass. Minutes turn to hours, hours in the days. I had to pay my dues coming from around the way. Days turn into months, months into some years. The time has finally come, yes, the time is here. The time has come, 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 time has come. I'm tired of being stepped on like you 40 in the click when they was coming up. But I see what I'm up against. Devils start to fall cause I've been waiting to exhale. But I take a breath and flow, these devils turning pale. They doubted my release, said I couldn't be a factor. Cause I switched from being a gangster to a gospel rapper. I'm out to prove the world wrong by showing up the block. Taking us to the top, not glorifying the Glock. Independently released, nobody giving me a chance. But life or death will rise, cause it's all in God's plans. And I'ma keep on coming back, hitting harder every time. Not an overnight success, but prepared like some wine. I plan on grabbing hold to the market like my pits. And I don't plan on letting go until I get what comes with it. Mainly my respect, that's an order, so won't compromise. The time has come, you can see it in my eyes. The clock is ticking, minutes going past, traveling through time like sand in hourglass. Minutes turn to hours, hours in the days. I had to pay my dues coming from around the way. Days turn into months, months into some years. The time has finally come, yes, the time is here. The time has come, 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 time has come. It's time for me to bubble. I've been waiting in the cut, shredding microphones in pieces, cause I gotta rip them up. I'm letting hell have it. Want me to sell my soul? I'ma keep it real for Jesus. I'm reaching for the goal. It's time for you to recognize and put me in the mix. And even if you don't, I'm still coming on the blitz. So many in this rapping game, it's easy to get lost. Continue representing for the Lord at any cost. You may be smoking bomb, getting high while you listen, but these lyrics that I spit can take you to a new dimension. Seems like I've been caged, getting hungry with no meat. But now that I've been let out, it's time for me to eat. Bringing balance to this game, you could weigh it in a scale. You say I'm raising hell, my whole tribe is chewing nails. Savage is out the box, who be rising like the sun. Get ready for the fallout, because the time has come. The clock is ticking, minutes going past, traveling through time like sand in hourglass. Minutes turn to hours, hours in the days. I had to pay my dues coming from around the way. Days turn into months, months into some years. The time has finally come, yes, the time is here. The time has come, 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 time has come. The time has come, time has come, time has come. The time has come. That's right, the time has come. You better recognize and open up your eyes. It's time for this. We taking this to the top. It's life or death. And I'm not gonna stop till all you devils drop. That's right. This is how we doing it. Putting it down for the G. Matter of fact, bow down to the G and B. That's right. The time has come. You better recognize. The time has come. Time has come.
You're in the mix with your boy Blue.
I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill him, he's a hero. Get it to the kids who the hell cares. One less hungry mouth on the welfare.
From underneath the trees, we watch the sky, confusing stars, the satellites. I never dreamed that you'd be mine, but here we are, we're here tonight, singing, hey, man, I'm alive, singing, hey, man, I am alive. Nobody died and I'm singing, hey, man.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, I love saying that. It is insane if you're okay that your kid thinks he's an animal. It's insane. I have no problem with kids identifying themselves as they're the dress, the way they dress. Some people, they get creative with their dressing. That's fine. They're trying to find themselves. When you dress different, some girls want to be tomboys, some girls want to be, you know as long as you're not exposing your body, the wrong way. You have a freedom of expression however you want to dress. You're a teen. You're a teen. You're gonna find yourself. You're gonna identify yourself. How you want to dress. Me, people know I dress eccentric. I don't, I some of my clothes I combine. I take this from this and I do this. I make my own shirts sometimes. You know what I mean? I always been different, and now I've been told that I dress different, but I try to dress not to offend no one. And no, I'm not making a statement either. It's just my fashion. And kids are allowed to have their own fashion. Even if we parents don't like it, we're like, ugh, wear those. I remember mine went through that phase that they look homeless. Their pants were torn, their Vans were torn. Like, you got other shoes, why you keep wearing those old Vans? Because all the kids were wearing them. I could see that being okay with you guys. I could see that being okay because kids are identifying themselves. We did it. We dress however we wanted to. But what's not okay is when you start accepting that your kid is an animal. That's not okay. You should be checked yourself. If you think it's okay, your kid thinks it's an animal. You need to be checked. If you think it's okay that my kid identifies as a dog. It's fine. You yourself need help. Let's start with that. The root of the problem. And like I said, not offending here's people that have fashion, different type of fashion. I'm not talking about those people. No, I'm not talking about that because that's not a worry. The worry is when you start thinking you're something that you're not, an animal. How come you don't? How come you don't identify yourself as someone that is gonna succeed in life? How come you're not gonna identify as someone that's gonna follow God? How come you're not identifying yourself as someone that's going to do good for this world? Don't let the enemy enter into your family and change things around. What God has created it's the way it is. God doesn't make mistakes. We do. He doesn't make mistakes. We do. You know, um, Start giving your kids to God because from here it's going to get worse. Start speaking now when some things start go wrong. And I'm gonna go quickly with this. Yesterday we went out there to give out food and stuff, and um, we always take our leftovers. If we have any leftovers, we take them to Home Depot, local Home Depot, to give to those men that are out there looking for jobs. And sometimes that's the only meal they get. Sometimes because they haven't got a work or they're saving their money to take back home. So we go out there too. You don't have to be homeless to get fed. You don't have to be homeless. We want to, if you're hungry, we want to feed you. You know, and we went out there. We were at Home Depot parking lot. Now, mind you, this Home Depot has, like, I think all Home Depots have massive parking lot, massive. And we're at the end of the parking lot. Okay, we're just quick. We don't stay there long. We just start to feed because we know we're in private property and we respect it. We're not parked. We're parked. The parking lot is empty. There's like 500 parking lots and parking spots, and only two are taken. Like, dude, it's just that. But when we were giving out food, there was a guy out there that was selling drugs. He was selling drugs. And he was upset that we didn't want to buy none. He was upset that we were offering food. He was rude about it too. But okay, so the security, she wasn't rude. She wasn't rude. I mean, I'm not talking about her that she was rude. I was talking about how crazy it is that she told us we could not be there. She told us, "Oh, you need to take it somewhere else. We can't be right here. Thank you." She said that, and we just like, okay, we're not there to fight. We're there to feed you. We're not there to cause any problems. So we moved, and our volunteer said, "Well, how come she's after us that we're trying to do good stuff and she's not after the drug dealer?" Hmm, that's some shots fired right there, people. She called it out. I thought about it. I thought about it like, you're not telling him. But the fact that that volunteer, that young lady, said it, and then good for you that you speaked out. Good for you. And that's what I'm trying to get at, people. We need to start speaking it up. Stop making it okay. We might not make a difference that moment, but we are gonna make a difference one day. And we are, when if we all start making noise, if the same people, if not the same people, if the people will complain about the same things, things will change. But when you're okay and you're normalize it, it's okay, It's okay. Kick the people that are here feeding us, but let the druggies be there. Then it's normalizing it. But when we speak about it and we say, no, guess what? It's gonna get back to them and say, well, people are saying that how come we let the druggies be out here selling drugs, but we don't let people, godly people, um, give out food. We're normalizing it. We're allowing that to happen because no one is saying nothing. But there's people like me that I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say who, because I'm not a high school kid that she said. No, I'm gonna tell you who said it, when was said, because I don't play those games. I don't. I never did. Not even in high school. I never. I got away from people that always told them, but don't tell them I told you. Okay. Okay, then I should not be talking to you because you're being a gossiper. You're lying. We as friends, as people, we know when to say it and when not to say. You don't need to tell me like a little girl. Don't tell them I told you. That becomes nonsense. But we should be worried about stuff, normalizing stuff like this, because little by little they're gonna start throwing God out of us. They're gonna try. They're gonna try to normalize the bad things and get rid of the good things. And I want to believe that there's more good in this world because it's just a God's world than bad. So the minute you start speaking out and say something, and no, we don't have to be rude because the security wasn't rude, but we were a little bit agitated because of that. Like, huh, you're kicking God to let the enemy in. It's okay to speak up. It's okay to say it. It's okay. All words, talk. No need to offend no one. No need to fight. And if you're that parent that you're going through stuff with your kid and then identify themselves as an animal, object, whatever, it's time for you to get help. It's time for you to help. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed of getting help. Be ashamed of walking around with a kid that thinks a dog. Not that's shameful. Not the fact that you went and got help. The fact that you reach out to someone and says, "Hey, I need help. This is what's going on in my house. I refuse to let the enemy take over my home." I want to take the time to thank you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. Be kind to your animals. Be kind to each other. Learn to speak up. Speak, not fight. Speak. Until next time, take care of each other and have a blessed night.
I'm alive, singing amen. I am alive. If everyone cared and nobody cried, if everyone loved and nobody lied, if everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we see the day when nobody died and I'm